What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 545 interviews I've done internationally in 4 years. Got a special few guests here on the Iccy Show. We'll start with you, sir. Let them know your name, and we'll go to the...
My name's Ray Hebert. I own Haverhill Downtown Boxing. This is Nikki Tejada. The Ice
Natural.
Natural.
Yes.
The natural.
And we appreciate you. And what made you start to get into this?
Well, I started boxing in 1965. I had a gym here in Haverhill in the 90s. Then I went to Lowell to Arthur Marlowe's. Had a few fighters from Haverhill come with me to Lowell. Then one day, me and my son rode by this building here. And I said, I'm going to open a boxing club for the kids of the city of Haverhill. The inner city kids. And here we are.
That's really nice. That's awesome. You know why? Because we don't have enough things for these children to do when they're in the middle school and the high school. And I thank you to continue, reaching out to all these children and, young adults, because we need that in this industry and around for the children to have something to do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Definitely. Have you ever thought of being a boxer?
Boxer. I boxed my whole life.
Okay. And you won a champion?
Yeah, I won a few. I fought a lot of great guys back in the 70s. I started boxing in 1965.
Wow.
And I stopped in 1980. Fought Marlon Stallings. I worked with Marvin Hagel. I worked with a lot of great fighters back in my time. And what I'm trying to do is bring that to these guys, because I was one of them kids that came out of the Boys Club of Lowell. Nikki came out of the Haverhill Boys Club, right, Nikki? Yep. And this is what it's about. Finding the kids that are falling through the cracks. So what we do is we bring them into the club and we kick their ass. And it teaches them, right?
My son's next.
Right, guys?
And I thank you. We're in the ring right here where you guys practice.
Sure.
And do you want to tell a little history about this ring we're in?
Yeah, Arthur Marlowe, they did the fighter, and Arthur got a lot of the pieces from the ring of the fighter, and he gave me the part of the ring from the fighter.
That's awesome.
And that was awesome. Arthur Marlowe, God bless him, he passed away 2 years ago. Ran the Golden Gloves for 50 years. He was a great trainer, great guy, good with kids, and what he taught me, I'm bringing here.
Yes, that's what we need. Keep it going, definitely. Shout out to Frank putting this interview together. He's on the side right there.
A 63-year-old champ.
And he got the abs like you wouldn't believe. All right. We're keeping it PG right here. Now we got the natural right here. If you don't know who he is, 4-0.
Right.
And tell them when your next show is.
We got a fight April 21st, 2 weeks on Friday at 7 p.m. in Windham, New Hampshire at the Castleton.
Yes.
And you can't miss it. You gotta see it. You gotta see
It's
it.
available still?
Yes, tickets.
You can buy them online or through me, but through me.
No, buy them through Nikki.
Nikki.
You buy the tickets through Nikki and the boxing club here. If you want tickets, come to Haverhill Downtown Boxing and we have tickets.
Yes.
For the natural here.
Definitely. Right? And what time are you open here? So if they want to come here.
4 to 7 every night.
4 to 7. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Now, natural. What would you like to do in the next year in this boxing industry? What would you like to accomplish?
I'd like to get like 5 or 6 more wins. That'd be nice. We got this is our 5th fight in 10 months. 5th fight in 10 months. So we're just trying to stay busy, keep winning.
We were at the Golden Gloves when he did win, and he was on the red team when you won at the Golden Gloves. I was live in full effect. Salute to you for getting that champion from Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Right.
Definitely.
Hello, Nikki. Yep. Working hard. He's working hard.
And how does your friends, do they treat you different being a boxer?
They think I'm crazy.
Really?
They think I'm crazy, but they know I've had a lot of aspirations to do this since I was really little.
Yes.
I used to talk to them about it when I was 9 or 10 years old. They know I've been serious about it for a while, so they're not surprised.
That's awesome, and you got a great mentor right here. You're in good hands, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what we try to do. 4-0. Here's a kid that come out of wrestling, come out of high school. He came in, started fighting in the Golden Gloves. I said, all right, no, we're not going to waste our time in the gloves. Let's go pro. The kid turned pro. Now he's 4-0 after about, what, 8 months?
Yeah.
8 months, right?
That's beast mode. That's awesome.
Keep it going.
ever thought of traveling internationally? You know, in the boxing?
Yeah, we're just so young right now. It takes time to get opportunities like that. But
You're under 18?
I'm 22 now.
Nice,
22.
But-
You got a baby face.
Listen, we got a great promoter, Pete Zambora, right?
Yeah.
Great promoter for our guys. We're 21-1 with Pete.
Woo!
21-1
Fire!
with fighters. Believe me, and we brought some good fighters. We got another kid, Josh Ranieri. He was 5-0. Everybody says 4, but I know it's 5. He's 5-0. And who else we got? We had Tommy O'Connor. And now we got Brendan Marat, who's an MMA guy. He's going to be, I'm hoping, as a trainer, to make him the best boxer to come out of the MMA.
Woo!
That's the
Definitely.
challenge I'm putting on these other gyms. Let's see him box like this kid. This kid can box. Right,
Actually,
Nicky?
Yeah, this sure.
This
Yes.
guy here, but he's making him better. Where's Josh? Josh, get in here.
Another sparring partner.
Here's another guy. In time, not right now. We're getting him ready. He's
welcome,
coming
welcome.
along.
We got the champions in the building right now. That's what I'm talking
These are
about.
the 2 guys working with Nicky, helping Nicky get ready for the 21st. Brendan's fighting May, what is it?
May 12th.
May 12th. He's fighting MMA. And Josh is fighting an amateur fight April 21st on the same night Nicky is. So I'm going to be Houdini. I'm going to be a both shows.
They gotta win. I'm telling you, they're in great
Right?
hands.
Yeah. I don't know how we're going to figure this out where he's
It'll
fighting.
go 3 now. It'll run
Yeah.
3 W's across the board.
These guys work hard. They come in here for 2.5 hours every night, and that's what it takes. I give them the workout I used to do. And this guy here, he comes in twice a day sometimes. Tell him how much you weighed when you first started.
I was like 210 last New Year's, and now I'm 170.
Yeah.
Wow.
Over last summer, I was like 160 flat.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, is it just dieting and, you know, working out?
Get
Or
Johnny and Duncan in here.
Well,
No.
I work landscaping, so on top of landscaping and boxing, you know what I mean? The weight just comes right off. It doesn't matter what you eat at that point, but I do try to eat the right stuff from, like, most of the time, you know?
And I love how it's family oriented. I love
All
that.
family.
I love
There's
that.
no black, no white, no purple, no green. We're all one. And anybody that gives us a hard time, I tell them I'm going to send them to Washington. Right? We'll get rid of them there. Right?
Johnny's here.
Come on in, John.
All right, welcome.
Johnny works the corners with me. He's a trainer here.
That's
Works
awesome.
very hard with
Hi.
the guys.
Welcome to the Iccy Showw.
You're live,
Thank you.
Johnny. So, you're live. Yeah.
Yes, you're live
Get right
on
in there with
the
Nicky.
podcast. You got some great champions right here. You guys are champions yourself, and I appreciate you coming on here. Let them know your name and
Jonathan Pramus, trainer down here.
right hands right here, definitely.
And I want to get Frankie in a little bit too. 62-year-old man here that comes in here. Get in here, Frankie.
I know, Frankie.
Listen, this is a team effort with all these guys.
Yeah.
Without these guys, I wouldn't be surviving right now, believe me. Because money's always tight in the boxing club. No matter where you go or where you're at, it's hard to raise money for boxing. And boxing is probably the safest sport in the country right now. USA Boxing, how many years ago? They did a survey that this is the safest sport in the country.
It is.
And it really
As far as injuries goes, high school injuries, boxing is pretty much the least.
So when people hear, guys, on this iPod here, boxing is very safe. We make sure our guys are safe. If they get hurt, they go right to a doctor.
Amazing.
You know?
That's love right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. You have to, you know? And like Frankie's 63, Johnny's 52. These guys come in and work hard with these kids. A lot harder than I do some nights because I'm old.
I'm glad we were able to get them all in too, because
Definitely.
a lot of people will see, you know, me winning and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, nice wins, but they don't see what goes on behind the scenes. Like,
Yeah.
these guys help me a shit ton, so
They all run with
to have them
These
in here
guys
with me
run. Yeah.
means a lot. So
Frankie runs
I
with him,
appreciate it.
63. Johnny does a lot of pad work with him because my hands are kind of shot now. And these guys can punch us young kids, and they're coming a long way. These are all guys that never box now.
Wow.
They come in at an older age. Nicky fought his first fight at
18.
18 years old, and he fought down in, the pro fight, the one
Oh, that was at
in New York. We fought in New York on
the
show
whole
time.
Turning Stone.
Yeah, Turning Stone. 3 days notice, Nicky goes down and knocks the kid out in the second round.
Woo! That's what I'm talking
First
about.
first pro fight.
That's
And
awesome.
that's a big, ask him who was announcing the fight. That's Nicky.
Who was
Oh yeah, I think it was Raul.
No,
Marquez.
wasn't it Porter?
Yeah,
Sean
Sean Porter.
Sean
Porter.
Porter. Yeah, Sean Porter was like announcing his fight, and here's a kid just coming in as a pro.
That's amazing.
You
I
know?
didn't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, definitely. And salute to you. If someone wants to sponsor this gym here, where can they, let them know where they can contact you and everything?
You can come down the club here, or it's 80 Locust Street, Haverhill, Mass. Come on in. We can sure use the sponsorships to run the club because we got a lot of young kids in here too. That need help. And we don't charge the kids. There's no charge for the kids here.
Wow.
We never have charge. Some of the parents that got the money do give, but that's what it's for. It's for the inner city kids that don't have a lot, and we just welcome them all in.
Wow, that's amazing. Definitely, because it's hard to find someone like you as a mentor, both of you.
Yeah.
Coming into this business, and then these are like adopted children that you follow, and it's. I love how it's family oriented.
It is.
And that's why I brought my son. I'm like, I want to see how it is. I wanted him to feel it because I was telling him about the Golden Gloves, but he didn't really know. I've been in boxing. I'm born in '78, and I've been a fan of boxing. So I
get you down here.
Yes.
We got you down here working out, right? And we have one. We have Lisa, Frankie's sister.
Nice to meet you.
We got Rachel. Rachel comes in.
Okay.
They're over there. They were a little gun shy, but that's
Okay, all right. We'll get you ladies one day. We'll do an all ladies event.
Right? Right? Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anything I can support you guys here, what I can do, getting the podcast done, I'll do it. Anyone that needs it, when you have shows, I'll do it for any of the boxes, and any promotion you guys need, call me. Jackie, I'll give you the number. I'll come down. If you have events, I'll try to get there. I just don't have a car right now, but I'll try to make it to all. I love to show love to everybody that is positive for the children. That's what I definitely like to do. So
a lot of love I want to give to is Duncan over here, Duncan McNeil. He's been here for 11 years now. Get in here, Duncan. Come on, get in.
Yes, definitely. We got the whole club down here. This is the Iccy Showw. Welcome to the Iccy Showw, sir. Welcome.
Hey.
Now, what made you start to get doing boxing?
Did a lot of team sports growing up. I'm from Groveland.
Okay.
But just team sports weren't really my thing. I was a good athlete, just not really my environment. So I came down here, and I've been here for 10 years now?
10 years.
Wow.
He's been here the longest out of them all, right?
That's awesome.
Hung in there. He got a lot of abuse from us, too.
And have you ever given up sometime?
No, he'd never give up. No, Dunk, right, Dunk?
No.
No, this is his home here.
That's awesome.
You know?
You're going to be one of the mentors when you get older.
One of these
He'll be
days.
running it.
We just gotta get him loose.
We'll be gone.
We gotta get him loose. We gotta get that, the blood flowing in him, right?
Definitely. And Frank, what made you start to get into this industry?
I always liked the game. I'll tell you, I gotta say that one of the best days of my life was coming down here, opening the door. It was a little intimidating, but with open arms. We have a great core group here. It is like a family. It's like, and you get consumed by it.
Yeah,
like
sure
every day
do,
we're here. It's a love. It's all about love, family, looking out. Johnny looks out for a lot of the people too. Ray is like, everybody, we're all aspiring to be like Ray, to be honest with you.
No, it ain't
it's
so
the truth.
much.
It's the truth, Ray. I mean, people talk about you. You don't know Ray, he been in Haverhill, you're not around, you don't know Haverhill. And it's just unbelievable what he does, and we're just trying to mimic what he does. So I just want to say that.
Thank
I
you,
love
Frankie.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
You put this together, we appreciate it. Especially working and then coming here, it gets, I know it takes a lot of time consuming, and when
So
on the
worth
road, it's definitely worth it. And I feel it, because when I watched the show, I was rooting for you guys. I was the one screaming, and I got that on live, so
Thing is,
definitely having me.
You never know who's going to come through the door. You never know, and it's awesome. Some stay, some don't. But like I said, we got a good core group. Kids come back after 2 years sometimes too. It's unbelievable.
Johnny and I were just at BU. I'll tell you a short story, and it was a great story. So we're going for weigh-ins with Nikki. So we're in the hotel in Cambridge, and who's standing there? A kid I boxed with many years ago, Freddie Roach.
Oh, wow.
So Freddie's standing there. So I said, Freddie, I want to ask you a question. I said, because you've been out in California for quite a while now, right? Yep. I goes, how did you meet Pacquiao? Okay. He goes, right, I was sitting in my office, a kid knocked at my door, He said, all right, let's go out and do some pad work. And they fell in love from that day on.
Wow.
Right, Johnny?
That's amazing.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
You walk through
Manny
a gym,
Pacquiao.
you know,
Yes.
Manny Pacquiao, like, just came in and said, I want you to train me.
Wow.
Freddie took him out in the ring, did some pads, and he goes, history, you know?
Wow, that's amazing, definitely.
And that's what can happen in boxing, you know?
Yes.
That one guy comes through, you know, and Freddie had many come through,
That's amazing.
you know?
Shout out to Mickey Ward,
Yeah,
definitely.
Mickey, I boxed with Mickey, I played a lot of softball with Mickey, me and Mickey are very close, he's close with my son. And, Mickey supports us a lot, you know?
He does.
Amazing.
Very good. Right, Mickey?
I met him, he's a great person, humbled. I take care of an elderly guy, and he knew Mickey Ward from living in Lowell.
Sure.
So he's like, I'm gonna introduce you to someone. So he goes, come here. And then I went over, you know, and he goes, this is Mickey Ward. I'm like, no way! Like I'm like shocked because you know, people that are in the industry or a pro, sometimes they don't come back
Right.
and show love.
Down to earth.
Yes, and you know, they just proceed on themselves.
With
but-
their life, right?
Right.
That's my complaint.
Right.
I fought a lot of great fighters, and I say, why ain't they giving back? That's our big thing, especially world champs.
You're right.
Where are you?
Right.
I'm a guy that worked construction my whole life. I raised 6 children, right? And I boxed all my life, but I said, I ain't got a lot of money, but I'm going to open a gym.
That's
And these guys got the money, though. They
Right.
got the money. They should be opening these places for the inner city kids.
or sponsor boxing rings
Haverhill
like
Downtown Boxing,
Yes.
sponsor us, right?
yes
There you go.
at
Yeah,
83
definitely.
Local Street in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Make sure you sponsor this gym. If you got extra money and you want to make a difference for these children and these young adults, come down here. Reach out to Ray and come sponsor them. If you got a show, you know, that can raise money for this gym, reach out to Ray or Frank. You know,
Right.
it's important.
Johnny,
Yes, you
Yeah.
know, it's important because
Nikki Tejada fighting, you know, like we said, April 21st, big fight for
yes,
that 5-0, right, Nick?
Oh yeah, 5.
Right? And then we got Josh. What fight is this for you?
My fifth fight.
It'll be a fight the same night.
that's what I'm talking
Just
about.
told we're gonna be Houdini. We're gonna
Yes.
try to go back.
Split up the team.
Splitting
2
up the
wins.
teams. Yeah,
Split
we
up
want
the team,
some
2
I
wins.
get him out of there quick, we'll shoot right over.
Yeah, right.
Well, let me
yeah.
know if there's anything I can help you with. You know,
Sure, thank you.
definitely, I would love to help you guys. Definitely.
Do another one.
We're gonna go around. You give them all your information where they can contact you. You know, social media or
I
anything.
don't have any.
You don't have
Sponsors?
social
Do
media.
you have any sponsors for the ring?
Well, if anybody wants to donate, what we usually do, like companies will put you on Nikki's trunks, you know, or his shirt, you know, and during the fight, because they just pay per view also, they put up the sponsors. So
They always
get a little
do, yeah.
recognition. I mean, every time he fights, we all have different sponsors. It's really great how people come together, but we do get a lot of companies that do that. So if you want to send it in, 84 Locust Street, you can contact me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Get my email is, well, actually my phone, 508-364-8046. Frank, send me a text. We'll hook up. We'll get you going, and that's it. Because this kid's going places. Let me tell you that right now.
Is there anything your gym needs?
No, we're good.
Okay.
You know, it's just,
A bigger building would be great.
Yeah, great. We want this building here. This is the building we want. We're looking to do something with this. We hope.
Okay.
yeah.
So if anybody can make a difference, make sure you link with them and you know, help sponsor. This gym is well worth it. You could tell the vibe. You could tell how, you know, we went around from the mentors to the owners of this ring right here, and you know, and the boxers themselves, and they're about to win this. I'm telling you, they're gonna win the big W.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you all
Thank
coming
you.
on the Iccy Show. Natural. What can you say was the best advice you've been given during this?
Shit.
Right before weigh-ins, maybe. Yeah, actually.
I'm gonna ask you two next.
I'm not just having the family around. Honestly, they keep me sane. So
Yes.
they keep me in check. If I'm ever, you know, going a little crazy over a fight or training or anything like that, they're always here. So having these people
We
around.
don't blow smoke up his ass.
Yeah, I'm working hard.
We let them know, right? And we don't want them to think. One thing in this club, when these guys are fighting and when they're winning, we're not bigger than life. We're on to the next fight, and I'm hard on that. And he'll tell you, we're very hard at it. If you think you're going to show your fighter up, it's not happening in this boxing club. Because I've seen a lot of guys out there that try to show up their fighters. We tell them to be gentle. Listen, win or lose, I want you to walk out of that ring with your head high, but we don't show up the other fighter, ever.
Yes, that's
Right?
important. That's
very important.
yes, that's definitely very important,
important,
especially in sports.
Yeah.
That's good advice, definitely.
Yeah. You see too much of just happened on the basketball game. She's showing a ring finger, right?
Yes.
The basketball girl. Uncalled for. Uncalled for.
Right.
My guys did that, I'd check them right in the ass.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
definitely.
Right? No, but you know what I'm saying, Nikki, right? We don't do that stuff in this
Yeah, no,
club.
it makes it easy though, because we got a lot of people here that train, and nobody trains like, anybody's better than anybody.
I love
We
that.
all train at the same mindset. We're just here to get better, so.
Right, and you're all trying to make it as the same, and it's a family. That's
If
what
we
I
were in
love.
competition, there'd be some beef in here, but there's nothing like that in here. We all got one goal, so.
That's awesome.
You gotta
And-
keep winning, right? They
Right,
gotta keep
definitely.
winning.
You gotta
That's what
keep
it's all
on.
about.
That's what it is, because
Yeah.
they're expecting you to win, so it's up to you,
Yeah.
fighters, to keep it going. We're dependent on you as champions,
Sure.
and always know the Iccy Show. You could put my logo. I promote you guys. Any fights, like I want the flyers, so I can start promoting it through my. I'm with Legal Mob Entertainment, and who that is Vega Dawn, is manager for Wu-Tang. So she's out in Arizona. I'm part of her team. So happy Wu Wednesday to everybody. And, just so you know a little bit about me, coming in, and thank you for letting me come to your home right here. And I want to see everything positive in this gym. And I hope to see more positive and more sponsors. And I have one more question for you. Are you planning on, do you have your trophies in here?
Yeah, we don't, see, that's what I'm not big on.
But you're the OG of
Yeah, but we
Boston.
don't.
He doesn't keep anything. He doesn't keep anything.
We don't keep nothing. You know what we keep? Huh? Someday, these young men going to work and making a lot of money. This is what this club brings to you, is going to work, right? And making money and supporting your family, right?
Yes.
And that's why I opened this, was for guys like this that come in and we say, listen, if you can work out here like you are, you can go to work 40 hours a week and support your family.
Yes.
And that's our whole, what would you call it, John?
Mission statement.
Mission.
I love it.
Right?
I love
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Definitely.
We're teaching the kids, and that's what we want with the little guys. We want the little guys to come in here. They're going to follow these guys, their mentors here, and you hope when they leave this building that someday they're going to go out and have a nice job and behave and act normal.
Yes,
Right?
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yes. Same question. What is the best advice you've been given during your career? 10 years in here.
Stay in school, and unfortunately, I graduated school, so I need new best advice.
Keep on going, winning.
Right, that's right. That's
You
right.
definitely need
That's
to
right,
do.
definitely.
And you, sir?
Just to keep on working hard every day and just stay focused, like you just gotta maintain a certain mindset, keep it going. You never want to falter on either way,
Definitely. No matter what you're going through in life, you guys are still champions, and keep it going. From the Iccy Show to you guys. God bless everybody. Thank you for letting
Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Keep it going. If there's anything else you'd like to bring up, besides to come out on the 21st in what part of New Hampshire?
Wyndham, New Hampshire.
Wyndham, New Hampshire.
The
Exit 3 in New Hampshire.
That's like 20 minutes from here.
Yes, 20 minutes away.
Not far at all.
Okay. I've been to a wedding there. That's a beautiful
Oh, yeah.
place.
It is.
I didn't know they did.
And a shout out to Boston Boxing.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Peter
Boston
Simboy,
Boston.
Boston
Yeah.
Boxing Promotions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Thank you for
Peter.
giving us the opportunity
Opportunity.
to showcase our fighters.
Yes, definitely. And is there any other sponsors you want to give a shout out that sponsor you
Nikki, you know, Frankie sponsors.
Anybody?
It's like,
Commonwealth Motors.
yeah, Charles Day, Commonwealth Motors.
First Response Landscaping.
Merrimack School and Real, we got Jason Orlowski.
Billy,
What's that?
siding.
Merrimack
Yeah,
School and
Billy
Real.
Chase. What is that?
We got a bunch.
There's so many, we could be here We do have a lot of
They
sponsors.
know who they are.
We got the Chase family.
Yeah, Chase
They
family.
sponsor us big time, you know.
Is Amari
Doc
sponsoring
Amari,
this page?
Doc Amari,
I was about to say Doc
chiropractor. You know, these guys give us money. This is how we keep the club open with the sponsors.
Well, local
you know.
businesses.
All
Yes,
local
yes.
businesses.
Definitely.
Even during COVID, we're still giving.
They were still giving. They kept me open.
Wow.
We weren't open, but they kept. We still had to pay the rent.
Yeah, we
Of
had
lights
rent.
and
Yeah,
It's
lights,
crazy.
gas,
It's
you
crazy.
know, and plus
I
the
had
rent.
to have a place to come back to when COVID was open, and they helped us a ton with
This
that.
place
Wow.
ain't closing, trust me.
Yeah.
So,
Let's get it.
Get it. Yeah.
all right.
I appreciate everyone. Thank you for coming on the Iccy Show. This is interview
thank you for
545. Thank you, sir. God bless everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get it.
Thank you.
Thank you for everyone tuning in. Have a blessed night. No, you did a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.